Our team decided to do the project in the city of Murcia, situated in the southeast of Spain. Our site is located in the northeast of the city, and we chose it because it is very well connected, even though it is relatively empty. There are clear signs of further development intentions, as it can be seen in the evolution of its surrounding in the last years. With 100% of the boundary parcels being previously developed, we are talking about an infill site. Although there aren't many non-residential uses inside our site, there is a fair amount of mixed uses in the close proximity.
After the analysis, we have established the following main development opportunities: increasing both the residential and the non-residential densities, developing the extensive public green areas, increasing the social diversity of the site, and designing pedestrian-friendly streets.
Our main threat is the major typological difference between the urban tissue on the southern and the northern border of the site. However, we have decided to embrace this characteristic and use it as a definitory part of our concept.
After the analysis part, we try to come up with some preliminary strategies for every lead credit that we have studied. We knew from the beginning that we wanted to continue the existing street network with only 2 motorized rights-of-way, leaving the rest of the streets for the pedestrians, also implementing on-street parking and non-residential uses on the first 2 floors. Another strategy was the rehabilitation of Azarbe Mayor, which is an existing underground water canal on the site. This was an opportunity to develop a green center for our neighborhood, which is both a recreational and civic space, and also has an important role in optimizing the urban metabolism. Some of our references were the Vinci Master Plan proposal that integrates very well the concept of a green heart in a dense urban tissue, Dockside Green that not only filters 100% of the grey water, but also exhibits in the public space for the enjoyment of the residents. In terms of specific strategies, we wanted to use permeable pavement to reduce the heat island effect. We also looked for projects that encourage walkability and that create streets full of life, with a lot of ground level of non-residential uses, which creates a safe space to walk even at night. Regarding street lighting, we wanted to use highly customizable systems that control LED lights. Gotham Greens was an important reference because they provide resourceful green space to grow sustainable food and build community cohesion.
Pursuing a good integration in the existing urban tissue, we have designed the green heart of the neighborhood, an axis that connects the main sports complex in the western border of our site with the park on the eastern limit. Firstly, we focus on the southern part of the site, following the denser building typology surrounding the area. Extending to the rest of the site, the green area becomes the piece that holds everything together. To ensure that the project borders intertwine seamlessly with the existing city, the proposed buildings follow the same typologies as those in the vicinity of the site. The height of the buildings in the project shows that our project is divided between 2 different urban tissue types and is trying to diminish this discrepancy. The area near the northern border is less dense and more destructured, while the southern area is more central and developed. We tried to relate to this characteristic while still maintaining the unity of the project. One of our aims is to design a sustainable neighborhood based on pedestrian walkability whilst maintaining the connectivity with the city. Therefore, we continued 2 of the main boulevards of Murcia with 2 motorized rights-of-way that have a sinuous path in order to discourage passerby car traffic and deviated mainly on the side borders. All of the other streets are one-arms. They are pedestrian-oriented, giving access to only local cars in one way at speeds of maximum 10 kilometers an hour.
With a FAR ratio above 1, we propose a slightly higher non-residential density compared to the surroundings, in order to create a neighborhood with more mixed use, more jobs in the proximity of the inhabitants, and a greater diversity overall. The duality of typologies is also reflected in the residential density, which is higher in the southern half than in the northern half.
To ensure the proper diversity of mixed uses, we have distributed a variety of non-residential uses on all of the ground and first floors of building blocks and within some non-residential buildings. Connecting most civic places and recreation facilities on our site, The green heart becomes the main gathering space, acting as a social interaction promoting environment. Apart from outdoor sports facilities and service areas, there is a community garden where locals can grow and sell their own produce. The diversity of inhabitants is obtained through the variety of dwelling units distributed in two major typologies: individual townhouses and collective housing blocks. Tree canopy, a shade-promoting building height-to-street ratio, commercial ground and first floor, the proximity from the facade to the sidewalk contribute to the great walkability of the neighborhood. The heat island effect is reduced through a combination of both roof and non-roof measures, together with the extensive permeable surface provided by the network of green spaces.
Concerning the bus lines, our intervention was limited, as we deviated their path only through our site, adding new stops and more daily trips. They are concentrated on the two rights-of-way and the side bordering streets, alongside with the dedicated bike lines. U-nerves are designed for both pedestrian and bicycle access.
An efficient urban metabolism is established, first of all, through passive strategies such as optimal solar orientation and the use of materials with low SRI. Apart from that, active strategies like facade-integrated wind turbines, waste burning, and solar panels generate green electricity. The only building we keep is the water plant, which filters the grey water for further reuse or irrigation. Briefly, the proposed project is aimed to be a well-integrated insertion into an urban tissue whose evolution is ongoing, that relates both to the existent and the potential future development.